Well, what's up guys, welcome back. Thanks for watching. My name is Matt Samolsky. I'm Matt the Car Guy. On this channel I do car reviews, and I'm here today at Laurel BMW of Westmont, Illinois with this 2022 BMW M8 Competition Grand Coupe. So that's the most powerful, that's the most luxurious, that's the biggest Grand Coupe that BMW makes, and this one is at about $150,000. And today I'm going to take you on the tour of this vehicle. We're going to check out the exterior, interior. We're going to get inside, play with some cool and interesting features of this vehicle. I can't forget to take a peek underneath the hood to see what powers up this thing. Finally, we're going to take a really short test drive around the premises here to kind of get the feel and see how this vehicle drives. So if you're ready, let's go. I gotta tell you, it looks absolutely awesome. It was one of the best looking vehicles, like the sport vehicles that I can see. Now, you know, you can technically compare it to a Mercedes S-Class AMG, but that would be more comparable to the 7 Series. And since M7 doesn't exist, there is a B7 Alpina. That might be the more comparable version of it. This is more like a CLS or the new AMG Grand Coupe that Mercedes has, and this looks absolutely awesome. Now this gray color right here, I'll give you a close-up of it because it's not flat gray, even though it might look at it from where you're standing right there, but it does have a lot of like those sparkly flakes in the paint, and it's actually a metallic color. This is a premium color, so I mean that somebody paid extra for it or will pay extra for it. Now what else is here? I reviewed the coupe, and this is actually about the same lights and about the same shape from the front as the regular coupe, the two-door coupe. Now this one has this BMW laser lights, the performance light, and you can see it does have those LED lights, that daytime running lights that are encasing the regular LED lights that are inside of it. What's cool about it too, that all of this is grayed out. This is part of this shadow line package with this competition series. And also what you can see is a lot of carbon fiber inserts right here. This is carbon fiber, this is carbon fiber, okay? On the other side is the same thing, and here this is basically, I can stick my hand in it. This is how big the gaps are. This is to allow for maximum air to get into the engine to cool it down. So let's check out what's underneath here. Guys, this is a 4.4 liter V8 bi-turbo engine with M power, producing an incredible 617 horsepower, made it to an 8-speed sport tuned transmission, and it's able to send this vehicle 0 to 60 in, guess what, just about 3 seconds. One of the fastest supercars, if you will, and it looks absolutely awesome. Although if you're a mechanic, I feel sorry for you, but because there's no room to even stick your finger in it without taking half of this engine apart. So let's check out the rest of this vehicle now. Well guys, I keep looking at this car and I can't get enough of this sporty, stylish, sexy design, if you will. Look at the stance of this vehicle. It looks like it's ready to take off, ready to go. It looks fast standing, right? Obviously, I mean, you have the supercars, the Ferraris, the Rambos, the McLarens, all the other stuff, but this is the regular luxury mainstream sedan. Now, Dravit Gray, that's the name of the color of it. It looks absolutely stunning on this one. We're gonna start right in front of that side profile because those amazing 20-inch wheels. I love the design of these wheels. There's nothing too fancy, nothing special, but fits right perfectly in this car. But take a look at the size of the rotors. The rotors are, you know, 15.8 inches or so in front. Huge calipers painted in red with the M logo right on them. Now this also has the M8 badge right on this air curtain kind of a trim that has this carbon fiber in it as well. Carbon fiber on the mirrors, huge rotors and calipers right in the back, and it all ends right in the back, which is so amazing. I can't wait to show it to you. So let's take a look at that. I gotta tell you, this is where it all comes together, and I gotta tell you, it's got one sexy behind on this one. It comes together. The lights are starting right here, go inside of it. They kind of narrow down, but it's so beefy around the wheels in here. And then it has this carbon fiber trunk spoiler, but it's not just a regular trunk spoiler. It goes up higher to get this air off of here. At the bottom you can see dual exhaust tips on each side of the vehicle, encased in this carbon fiber trim. Air diffuser in this shiny black and this gray color is absolutely amazing. Now you see it does say M8 and it does say competition. This is the competition package that, you know, you used to be able to get the M8 and the M8 competition. I believe for this year is only one, but that's okay. I mean, that's awesome. They didn't really raise pricing on it. We'll get to it in just a little bit, but let's see how much room we have and see if there's anything that we can transport in the trunk of the sporty sedan. All right, so on the inside, the trunk is pretty deep actually. You can fit a nice size suitcase, maybe even two, if you put them right next to each other. Now, does it have anything else in here? It does have the flat tire kit, so it doesn't have the spare tire, but it does have the flat tire kit in case you need to fill it up. And the seats, 40-20-40 split, and that is it. Now you don't have to use the force to close it. Button right here, press it, it closes. Well guys, so I adjusted the seats, both the same. As you can see, they're even right here, and I'm sitting in behind of it, and I'm kind of, it's kind of like sitting in the front seat but in the back. Nice sporty design of the seat. Now this is definitely a four-seater. It doesn't even know it does have a fifth seat belt. I don't know how the third person would fit in here, but it does have 5 seat belts. Look at the design of it from there. Okay, first of all, the two-tone on the interior is absolutely amazing, but there's some cool features in the back row. So come on in, I'll show it to you. All right, so check this out. Check out this interior, the color of it, the two-tone, okay, the ebony and the beige, and the design of the seats. That's why I said I was sitting like in a sports car in the back seat. Now, they have 3 seat belts in here, but I'm not sure where the third person would fit because it has this console right in here, unless you put a child seat maybe in here. Now this folds down. This is the entire seat folds down, or okay, you can just open this compartment right here. You have a little bit of storage, and you probably have some cup holders, and yes, you do have cup holders in here. And right in here you have this console in the back. Now we've seen a similar thing with the AMG 53 that I reviewed, except then they had a screen here to control. Now you have controls for your climate control. You have 2 USB-C ports in here, and you have their vents and this nice carbon fiber trim. And then we're gonna check out where the magic happened in just a second. There's one thing to mention right here also. Look at this. This is an actual carbon fiber roof on this vehicle. They definitely save on weight everywhere they can, but it looks absolutely amazing too, the way that it changes colors in the lights, and it fits perfectly with the rest of this vehicle. All right, now you gotta take in consideration when we're listening to that sound of the closing door that this is frameless design on top, so it's never gonna sound, well, this one sounds pretty solid, but it's never gonna sound as solid as the ones with the full frame around the windows. So let's take a look in here. First of all, you gotta see M8 Competition right here at the bottom. Okay, the design on the door, this cross-stitched leather, Bauer and Wilkins, very expensive, very high-end stereo. Now you have the window controls, mirror controls, seat memory seat, etc., etc. The seats right here. Okay, let's take a look at this. You have the M8 logo. By the way, it illuminates when you open the door, so actually if it was dark you'll see the M8 right here. But look at the seats. Okay, nicely sport design, a little bit of suede in here, different stitches, different patterns on the leather, solid, perforated, cross-stitched, all of that in one. Several different adjustments for positions of the seat. Okay, it does have the lumbar support, it does have that front support for the sporty design right here, this for your knees. And then what else do we have here? We're gonna jump right in here because I can't wait to show you the rest of it. So I repositioned this car because I just had to show it to you. Take a look at this. First of all, the ambient lighting inside of the speakers, how cool it is. It changes colors. You can do multiple different colors, as you can see, green, lilac, blue and white, and so on and so on. And this one also illuminates the rest of the vehicle, so you can actually check out and see. Look at this amber color, this orange color right on the other side of the vehicle too. Now what's interesting, I want to change it to blue because that's going to be more pronounced when I show you what I want to show you. Okay, you are opening the door, it's at night, this one's got this pretty cool design. Look what happens right here. Look, it blinks red, so it shows the people who may be passing, bikers and stuff like this, hey, watch out, somebody's coming out. So that actually warns people when they're coming out. Also, I told you that this M8 emblem lights up when you open the door. Here's how it looks. Look how absolutely incredible it looks. You open the door and this is what welcomes you. Nicely illuminated trim. Okay, I guess I had to turn on the AC because it's so darn hot, but I gotta tell you, I'm gonna stay right here because that's where you can see all the cool lighting on this vehicle. You can still see what I want to show you. So the steering wheel, nice sporty steering wheel. I'm kind of surprised that it's not flat at the bottom. Most of the sports car have the flat steering wheel on the bottom. This one doesn't, but it does have a couple very unique features to this one. Well, first of all, you got the BMW logo right here, and then you have basically your cruise control settings in here. LIM, so this is speed limit control. Right now you have on this side, you can control what's going on in the screen in the front as well, of what's going on your head-up display. I hope you can see it. Okay, so you have this head-up display, so you can check XM, FM radio, stuff like this. You can go side to side. Let's see, what else can we have here? Okay, different stations, etc., etc. So this is basically for your head-up display controls, as well as you can control what's going on right in front of you. And this is pretty cool. Now we've seen the same design in the X6M and the M850. This is your new BMW digital cockpit. Now you see these lights, I can't see them blinking, but you can see those blinking on the camera. This is like the attention assist that basically constantly monitors to see if you're awake. So what you see right there, 200 miles per hour top speed, that's what it says right here. It probably won't get that fast. And the odometer, the tachometer on the right hand side, speedometer on the left hand side, M8 right in the middle so you know what you're driving. And of course there is also a digital readout of the speed. So there's different things that you can put in control of that display, and you can control it basically from your main infotainment system, which is right here. Now you can control it two ways. Okay, it is a touchscreen, so you can control it using your fingers right here, but you can control it also using this main controller, which is right at the bottom here. Okay, so basically self-explanatory: push to select, twist to check, change the position of the cursor right here. So let's quickly see what it is. This is your main screen, so you have a little bit of a navigation system. If you want to open it up, basically all you just do is tap it. It's going to open up the full screen. Go back to home screen. You have your media, communication, car. Let's take a look at the car. M menu. This is pretty cool because I told you on the steering wheel there's two very distinct buttons right here, and this is an M1 and M2. That's in addition to your pedal shifters. Pedal shifters got nothing to do with this. This are basically your customizable drive modes, right? So you can change the settings for each one of them to your liking. So engine, transmission, chassis, steering, brake, stability control. Okay, you can turn it on or off. Basically brake, comfort, brake, sport, and comfort. Steering, the same thing. You can change that the way you like it, and then once you hit that button, it's gonna activate that mode, and that's how the vehicle is gonna handle. So that's a pretty cool feature. So that's your M configurator in here. Vehicle status, that just basically tells you that everything is good or bad with the car. Go back in here, you have those settings, displays, door access, climate control. This one can actually precondition this vehicle too, which is pretty cool feature, especially if in the weather like this where it's 90 degrees outside, you're getting out of your office or the gym or wherever you're going, and the vehicle is already preset with the temperature set to your liking. So that welcomes you with that. That's pretty cool and interesting feature on that vehicle too. Experience modes. Now they have executive, expressive, and well-being, and each of them looks completely different, changes several settings. Let's see, this is expressive, so see, turns on this music right here. This is the time to enjoy life, as they say on here. Now you can end mode, that goes back to the regular screen, but those are three different experience modes that you have. Okay, apps. Okay, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, install apps. Let's see if I can do it on this vehicle right here, if I can actually activate the drive recorder. And I probably won't be able to because I'll have to set it up, but basically it does it has the ability to have its own onboard dashboard cam. Okay, so if you're driving, if you have this enabled, anything happens and there's questions of whose fault it was, who did what. Now if that drive recorder is enabled, okay, you can actually prove that it was or it wasn't your fault, depending on what it is. So recording length, before trigger off, after trigger off, camera selection, all, so you can select different cameras, and as you can see there's 4 of them, front, back, and side cameras, and that's pretty cool. I wish I could see it in action, but again, this vehicle has not been set up, and I'm not going to play around with it to spoil the experience for the new owner of this vehicle as well. So apps, car, navigation, communications, etc., etc. That's what it is. Before we scroll down in here, take a peek right on the dashboard right here. See the Bowers and Wilkins stereo, very expensive, sounds absolutely amazing. I wish I could actually show it to you how it sounds, but unfortunately I can't. And then scrolling down here, you have your display for the temperature. This is where you have a shortcuts for all of the safety feature on the vehicle. You can turn them all on, okay, all off, configure individual, or you can individually select which one you want. Okay, so that's a pretty cool shortcuts in here as well. Now and here, this is your heating and air conditioning system, different modes, bands for the radio. This is different functions that you can select. They're not assigned right now, so see, the functions are not assigned, but if you assign a function to that button, that's what it's gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna turn these lights from the top on so you can basically see it maybe a little bit better, but it does say M Competition right here as well. Open this up. Okay, regular cup holders, not heated, not ventilated. The XB7 we saw recently, that has it. Now this one has the wireless charger for your phone. Nice carbon fiber trim in here. Now the shifter is a little bit different than most of the cars, because here's what happens. Okay, so now you're in park, so you have this P on, right? If you want to move it to reverse, you have to, okay, go left, that puts it in neutral, and then up, that puts it in reverse. Okay, if you want to put it in drive, you go to your right, so that puts it in drive, and then you can put it one more time, and that activates the plus and minus, so that activates that manual mode. So now press it again to hit park. Now we're in park, we're safely not gonna roll. This is the controller, and you have a bunch of shortcuts: media, home, map, communications. You have the web, you have the navigation, back and option button right here, self-explanatory. Let's see what it has. It has the performance exhaust, which is on right now, and I hope you heard it when I started it. Sounds absolutely, here you go. It sounds absolutely amazing. Setup, okay, so this is for your performance mode, right? Then you have your traction control off, you have your camera. Now let's turn this on. This is your rear view camera, this is your front camera. As you can see, oh, you can actually see it here too, that the lights, the way that they turn. See, when the vehicle turns, I turn the steering wheel and the lights turn as well. So those are the active lights on this BMW right here. So this is it. This is basically your console. A couple things, okay, look at this. Nice ambient lighting. You can change the different colors. We already went through that. Right on top of here, you have your reading lights. There's no sunroof. We've seen this as a carbon fiber roof, so there's no sunroof in here, but there is an additional storage in here, which is pretty nice size for the vehicle in this class. And I gotta tell you, I'm excited because I'm about to take it for a quick test drive to see how everything works. Hey guys, right now I have this BMW configurator on their website. You can also check out this particular one at Laurel BMW of Westmont. I'm going to post a link in the description of this video so you can check all of the features of this car. I'm also going to list all the features of this particular one because it's nicely equipped, right? They start at about $130,000. This is about $148,000 as we scroll. So if you're one of the lucky ones that your budget allows you to check out this car, I envy you because it's a super cool automobile. Now, as I said in the beginning of this video, this vehicle is potentially sold. Now the customer hasn't showed up yet and hasn't bought it, but they have a high interested customer in this, so I'm not going to be able to do a full test drive like I normally do. However, I'm still going to be able to check out like your rear view camera, for example, and we have that on right now. Now this screen is a little bit smaller than like those bigger SUVs, but you know, it doesn't take the entire real estate, which I wish it did, but it does have the 360 camera, and you can change the angles from which you see the vehicles. Both sides right here, front camera, rear camera, so you can see, you know, all of those cameras right here. You can also adjust the settings for the camera as well as the parking assistance. So camera image right here, you have the brightness, contrast, so you can adjust it to your car. Feels very nice. Even the bolsters are not squeezing me when I'm sitting in here, and the driving position is pretty cool. As far as the visibility, I can see in here, but what I really like about this car is the sound of the exhaust. Completely different than like the Mercedes AMG. Both of them amazing. each of them very different in here. So let's see how many parking spaces will it take to turn this thing around completely. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. And easy to maneuver, I gotta tell you. I mean, it's pretty peppy, even like when driving around. Am I in sports mode? They have a road, by the way, I haven't mentioned that. The M mode, they have a road, sport, and track. Keep pressed, right? So keep pressed for the M mode. So road, sport is the sporty one, and track, keep pressed. Let's see if it's gonna switch it to track mode. Activate track. Okay, don't do it at home probably, and it's certainly not, we're not going to check that out, but it is an available mode for you in this vehicle. So I'm going to check this out in here. Love it when it's in the tunnel. So there it is. I can only imagine of what this car can do on the road. It's incredibly fast. As a matter of fact, it's the 3 seconds 0 to 60 fast. So probably getting from the end of this parking lot to where we at right now, I hit almost 60 miles per hour. I gotta tell you, I wish I had it for a test drive, but unfortunately, you know what, somebody wants to buy it, I'm not gonna rip on it. This is a brand new vehicle. So if you're looking for it and your dealer lets you test drive it, you know, go for it. This is gonna be probably a highlight of your day or night, or whenever you're looking for it. However, we have to conclude this review and test drive, and I thank you again for watching another one of my videos. I'll give this vehicle a huge thumbs up, and I want to ask you to do me a favor. You know that button right there when you're watching, towards the bottom of the screen on the right hand side that says subscribe? Do me a favor and then click that subscribe button, and absolutely smash the hand that looks like this, not like this, but like this. Smash that like button, helps me out a lot. Now see, it's really hard to get cars from dealerships, especially the expensive cars, but if I'm able to get enough subscribers and enough likes, it opens up a completely different possibilities for me. So do that for me, I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers.